Yes, my dear friends, welcome back to the channel. My post-match reaction, Brentford, post-match reaction. Yes, many of you guys are not happy, wherever you are, around the globe, on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, Canada, Australia, right in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a beautiful week, beginning of the week. It is Monday, and it's not an easy day for many of you, I know. More especially when the result, as expected, didn't go our way. Chelsea fans, I want you to relax and take this from me. You see, Chelsea needed a minimum of 4 points. Chelsea needs a minimum of 4 points from Tottenham and Brentford to stay in a good spot for Champions League football. And we've achieved that. We have. I'm saying this, I want to lay the foundation before I go into the analysis proper. You see, rotation gamble or rotational play is a gamble for any coach. It is. Now, we are not happy because we secured a draw against Brentford. But dear friends, to be honest with you guys, it would have been a very big risk for Enzo Maresca to start Jackson twice in 3 days. Looking at the injury that he just came out from, he was laid off for 2 months. Injured, 2 months injured. Then on his return, he will play, for him to play 2 games within 3 days. What if he ended up aggravating the injury? Even Cole Palmer is more understandable if he should be starting. But even so, why putting these players under that much pressure when they're just coming back from injury? I am not here to defend Enzo Maresca, but over the night, when I try to analyze the game before I come to react, I have realized that Chelsea fans, we are in too much hurry. And if care is not taken, if the coach wanted to do it the way we are asking him to do, we will end up the last 8 games of the season plus the Conference League. We wouldn't have the players to win it for us. You see, it is true. Whilst going into the game last night, Maresca had the Conference League at the back of his mind. There's so much priority on the Conference League. And you know what that would mean for Maresca to brag that in his first season with Chelsea, he won a trophy. I mean, European trophy. Continental trophy. Oh, yes. He wants to be second Jose Mourinho. He wants to be second Jose Mourinho. In his first season at Chelsea, he won a trophy. European trophy. Continental trophy. Do you know what that means? On his CV. So, I am not surprised. The priority now is not totally shifting towards Conference League, but they try to find a balance between the two. Even so, when we now can even qualify for Champions League with 5th position. So the target is no longer just top 4. But if we can just be in top 5 and be in Europe, that will be enough. Dear friends, let me say, watching the game critically, where I have a serious problem is the use of Malo Gusto. Last season, Malo Gusto was an excellent player. And this thing that Maresca has been doing of inverting midfielder, you inverted a defender into your midfield, into the final third, and you brought back an attacking midfielder in Enzo Fernandez to defense. This is the only challenge I had in yesterday's game. If you actually wanted to stifle your defense or your DM area, then you should have rather used Malo Gusto rightfully and allow Enzo Fernandez, who is a creative attacker. Enzo Fernandez spent much of the time alongside Caicedo in the defensive area. That was my only challenge in the game. Listen, I'm not surprised. This season alone, under Enzo Maresca, Malo Gusto this season alone was played as a left winger. He was played as a right winger. He was played as a right back, as a left back, and even as yesterday, he was played as 8. In yesterday's game against Brentford, he was played as 8. How do you get a best in players like this? I mean, in critical moments. It is only the goalkeeping department that is left to play. And it's, yeah. Then if you wonder why Malo Gusto has been inconsistent, I'm letting you know. He's not been given, there are players, that, like, okay, Caicedo, we know his position. Week in, week out, in every game. So you can see that his performance is consistent. Even on days that you think, oh, Caicedo did not perform, he still performed his job, average. He might not be a monster in every game, but averagely, he gets his job done. He gets his job done. Bringing on Jackson yesterday in the second half, he delivered as usual because that is the role he plays. From the moment he stepped on the pitch, he changed the game. The only thing that was left out yesterday in all was the goals. Was a goal. And trust me, this is Brentford we are talking about here, who played their game against Newcastle on Wednesday, and Chelsea played a game on Thursday. We are talking about Brentford. Dear friend, as things stands right now, this is my post-match reaction. I will be back with the analysis, but right now, the good news is that Manchester City dropped a point as well. City dropped a point. They play 0-0 with United. Means that Chelsea are still ahead of City. Newcastle have their game tonight to play. And even if they win, even if Newcastle wins their game, they'll be on the same point with Chelsea. But Chelsea will be ahead of them with goal difference. So Chelsea will still be 4th on the league table. Newcastle will be 5th. And Man City will be 6th on the league table. So right now, we are still in our position for, even if Newcastle wins, even if they win tonight, and they have not yet won. So let's just wait first for them to win. But even if they win, they will be on level point with Chelsea, 53 points. But Chelsea will be ahead of them with goal difference, unless they score loads of goals. Dear friends, it is what it is. So Chelsea 53, Newcastle 53, City 52. Then Villa will be on 51. Aston Villa will be on 51 points. It is what it is. Champions League football, we are still in a pole position. Our next weekend game is against Ipswich. Before then, we are facing Legia Warsaw in Champions League. Conference League. It's all leagues. It is all champions that are playing it there. It's our level of championship. It's where we are right now, where Chelsea is right now. That is our level of championship, right? It is our level of championship. So our own level of Champions League, Conference League, Champions Conference. Yes, that's the right word. Champions Conference League on on Thursday. We are playing Legia on our own Champions Conference League. You get me right? It's up to you whether if you don't want to accept it. One thing I know is that we are playing the Champions League, Champions Conference League, right? Dear friends, I'm about to run up. It is your breakfast. I will not take much time, but this is my own reaction to the game. You saw me. Those of you who were here last night, you saw me. I was live. I did my first watch along for the year 2025, and thank you guys once again for being part of it. From henceforth, all the Premier League games, we will try to be live. We will try. Yes, we will try. It's not a promise. We will try. Dear friends, all right? So, as things stands right now, Chelsea, we are still in a pole position for Conference Champions League football next season. And I don't want you to go calling for more of the same from fans. You know, I believe that with the fans, we sometimes need to analyze games. Maybe some of you, if not that I'm explaining it now, some of you might not get it right. But the truth is that I just want Enzo Maresca to stop this issue of, inverted fullback. This inverted fullback, I want him to stop. If Malo Gusto is playing his position, that right back position, we know his crosses. We Chelsea are missing those dangerous crosses from Malo Gusto and Reece James. We are missing those dangerous crosses. Oh, did you watch West Ham? How do you call it? West Ham game last night. West Ham versus Bournemouth. Yes. West Ham Bournemouth game last night. Do you see the cross Mohamed Kudus gave for the goal that was scored by West Ham? A typical left winger from almost the corner line. Typical left winger cross. Perfectly delivered. And there was a player right there to head it in. Was spot on. Chelsea lacked those kind of crosses. Typical left winger or right winger delivering a good cross into the area. Reece James, Malo Gusto, that is what we know them for. Now we are doing all this inverted fullback, and we are not getting it. But we are insisting that is all we want to play. Let's stop that. And ladies and gentlemen, I understand most of you were on Sancho. You see, for me, in our midweek game against Tottenham and last night's game, Sancho didn't do bad. If the entire team didn't score, we will always have to blame a player. But for instance, yesterday, Sancho still performed averagely, in my opinion. He might not get it all right, especially like I'm saying, the crosses. Maybe he's not been instructed to cross. He's been instructed to cut in, like we saw Pedro Neto did. Pedro even just did that just once. When he came on in the second half, he did it once. He cut in and struck. But the strength of the strike was feeble. It wasn't that, so the goalkeeper was able to save it. Pedro cut in, and that is what I would expect Sancho to be doing, and that is what he's lacking. And Brentford, they came in well prepared. They came with their own strategy. Remember, it was a hot afternoon in the UK. The field was so dry. Oh yes, hot afternoon, and the field was so dry. Well, dear friends, I have to leave you and let you go quickly. But let me just leave you with this. Our starting 11 in the game was Sanchez. And what about the performance of goalkeeper Sanchez? You see, Sanchez. Few mistakes, yes. Few mistakes once again. But, you see, those mistakes were as a result of those passing from behind. Those mistakes were as a result of the instruction was being given. Don't play it in like you did against Tottenham. Play it from behind. Pass it to Caicedo or pass it to Chalobah. Or when such instructions are being given to the goalkeeper, it's difficult. Against Tottenham, we saw it long balls and it worked. And then when it comes to stopping the shots, saving balls or saving goals perfectly well, he was on top. Just as Brentford goalkeeper saved the day for them. To some extent, Sanchez got his job done as well with great saves. So kudos to him. If he can keep it up like this and keep it going, we are having clean sheets. 2 games clean sheets. We didn't concede any goal. That's great. Let's move on from there. We will see it again on Thursday. Thursday, I believe, is going to be Philip Jurgensen's turn. I believe it's going to be Philip Jurgensen's turn on Thursday. Then again on Sunday, Sanchez will be back again. Guys, I'll be back later tonight for more special and exclusives. See you all in the next one you see me. Shalom and peace.